Guys, another video, another day, and it's another day where I have to come into the channel and just basically talk about how things are going poorly for Barcelona and how things are getting worse and worse and worse. But guys, before I get started on the video, as always, just everything is posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out if you guys want to stay up to date with everything I do on the channel. But you may be asking like, hey, why am I in this sort of like defeated mood? Well, it's basically because you guys, I've just finished watching the Real Madrid versus Man City game, and Real Madrid, they are through to the semifinals of the Champions League. They beat in Man City over the penalties, and it's just it's so funny how Real Madrid just like everything goes in their favor. The penalty takers for Man City have an absolute shocker. The rebounds that need to come to them fall. The blocks that need to happen, and for Barcelona, it's the complete opposite. It's an absolute shambles. But guys, on today's video, what I wanted to do is look over to some more reaction from yesterday's match against PSG, and it's not going to be happy. We're not going to be like excited or anything like that, or ecstatic. But also, I'm gonna be talking about Rafa Marquez because the big question after yesterday's loss is Xavi going to continue as manager? And with that loss, it's pretty much set in stone that Xavi will not be changing his mind. There could have been a possibility that if Barcelona managed to win the Champions League, Xavi he could have changed his mind, but now due to Xavi's and Barcelona's loss in the Champions League, then that just pretty much closes the door right there. I know Laporta, he's still very insistent on keeping Xavi, but that is not going to be the case. Laporta's going to have to be looking for a new coach. And according to Sport, Rafa Marquez right now is leading the race to be the next manager of Barcelona. And guys, this is absolutely mind-blowing for me, and I'm pretty sure for most of you, because guys, I reported, and like all of the media as well, we were talking about on the channel, that Rafa Marquez has been completely ruled out from becoming the next, Barcelona coach. There was some tension between him and, Xavi when Xavi first announced his decision to leave the club. Rafa Marquez said, hey, it'd be a great opportunity to basically manage Barcelona and to coach them, and it didn't, fall well to the rest of the board or management and everything. But Rafa Marquez as the next coach at Barcelona, why? Why? And in the report that basically said, hey, Rafa Marquez is the leading figure to become the Barcelona coach. It's because Laporta, he right now he's aiming to bring in a top level coach in 2025 and not in 2024. And I just don't agree there with that. Laporta, he's holding off for a Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp, he's going to be leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. He's holding off for a potential Mikel Arteta, a Xabi Alonso, or a Luis Enrique, a return of Luis Enrique. And I just do not think it's smart in any way to go out and get Rafa Marquez, knowing that you will have Hansi Flick right there waiting. Now I know that one of the benefits of bringing in Rafa Marquez up to the first team and having him become the Barcelona coach is he has a very good connection with La Masia. He is the Barcelona coach. And so he's been working with the youngsters and he knows which players can give him what he wants and everything. And as well, he's not going to be asking for tons of signings because, he understands the situation of the club. So it's, low cost and cost efficient. But if Barcelona, they have ambitions to win the Champions League, and especially the way that we've been eliminated, and looking at how Real Madrid are just going out there and just beating teams like Man City, just being in the semifinals with the Champions League, winning Champions League trophies. Barcelona, we cannot be left behind. And the appointment of Rafa Marquez does not fill me with confidence whatsoever. I don't know if you guys share that opinion, but it's definitely not an appointment that fills me with confidence. But guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on Rafa Marquez leading the race to become the next Barcelona coach. Are you guys a fan of that? Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys see why Laporta would potentially want Rafa Marquez? This move, it just looks and it seems like Laporta, he doesn't have a project to build on, and he's just going with an option that's safe, which I don't think is the right move. But now, guys, I want to be looking at some quotes, from the Barcelona players because yesterday's loss, it was a big, big blow to Barcelona, and it was a huge morale dampener. Barcelona, I would say they were in their best moment of the season, and one mistake from Araujo just completely just ended that. And football is a cruel sport, guys. Football can change like this. And in a matter of seconds, our season just completely ended. And right now the players, they're hurt. They're hurt, and this is what they have to say in regards to that. Lamine Yamal, he said, "Hey, there's always payback in football. We will be back." Pau Cobarsi, he said, "We will come back stronger." VISCA BARCA always. Rafinha, who I thought played brilliantly in both of the legs, and a player who I feel so bad for because he put his heart out there. He ran like crazy. He ran like a madman. And I'm proud of the performances that Rafinha put in both of these legs. He got the goals, and he put in a very clutch performance against PSG. And as you know, I think the only players who can have their head held up high is Pau Cubarsí, it's Lamine Yamal, and it's Rafinha. I think those are the only three players who can basically say, "Hey, I've done my job. I've done my job. I've put in a performance that is proud, and represents Barcelona." Um, but continuing on, Rafinha, he said this: "Proud of this squad, proud of this club. I live and die for each one of you. Barca always." And Kunde, he said, "Huge disappointment not to qualify for the semis, but we had everything to do so. We win as a team and we lose as a team always. It's time to recover and get ready for El Clasico this weekend. Thanks for the support, culés." And now the big one, guys, it's Ronald Araujo, because Ronald Araujo, as I've talked about in the match reaction and on the video and even in the watch along, is that his mistake basically cost us the elimination. And just from now on, like, we understand that his mistake is what caused everything like this, but we have to look forward. The game has already happened. There's no point in looking past it. We have to focus on what's ahead. I know that a lot of Barcelona fans just say, "Hey, season is wrapped up. There's no point." But Barcelona, they have to finish in second place in La Liga, because that we need to qualify for the Spanish Super Cup. And as well, for example, we want to finish the season on a good note. And Ronald Rajo on Instagram, he said this: "Football that gave me so much joy is now hitting me hard. I thank all those who are unconditionally by my side, my teammates who left everything on the field, and the fan who believed in this team until the end. I am so sorry for not giving you this joy. We'll try this again. Forza Barça, now and forever." And I feel for Araujo. I feel for him because he's been Barcelona's best defender. And, something to keep in mind, guys, is that Ronald Araujo, he's extremely, extremely young. I believe he's 24 years old. And Ronald Araujo, at this level, playing in quarterfinals, semifinals in the Champions League, he just hasn't been there. He hasn't been in these high-level octane games. He's had play matches against Real Madrid. But for example, the experience just isn't there. He's still a young player. This is still a young squad, and this team is nowhere near its peak. And very quickly, guys, I want to be showing you the messages of support from the rest of the Barcelona, players under Ron Araujo's post. He says, "Always with you, warrior." Lamine Yamal, just heart emojis with a show of strength. Ansu Fati as well. Ferran Torres, "Always with you, brother." And as you guys can see, "Always together, brother. You are a warrior, the best." And right there, you see the Barcelona fans. I mean, the Barcelona players. They're with Ronald Araujo, and it's an absolutely huge blow that Barcelona received on Wednesday. But and it just doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there, guys, because I forgot to mention this. But because Barcelona, they lost against PSG, they're now out, and they haven't qualified for the Club World Cup in 2025. And because of the loss, Barcelona lost basically an opportunity to earn 62.5 million euros, and 50 million of the euro, 50 million of that would be coming from the Club World Cup, in which Atletico Madrid, they managed to qualify for, and another 12.5 million for qualifying for the next round of the Champions League. And so, yesterday it was just an all-around poor day for Barcelona, and just it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. But we have to look on the bright side, guys. I know it's hard to be a Barcelona fan nowadays, especially knowing that things are going very bad on our side, and things are looking greener on the other side when talking about Real Madrid. But guys, that was it for the video for today. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I discussed down below in the comments. What do you guys make of Rafa Marquez, leading the race to become the next Barcelona manager? Where has this come from, and why is it not Hansi Flick? And then as well, guys, what do you guys make of those words from the Barcelona players and Barcelona not managing to qualify for the Club World Cup? But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. And as always, catch you guys all in the next video.